then my man I went to me and come on Panachona, obey me will say.
Her story is that of pain, shame, and regret. She's now made up of the stories she used to hear. Her scars have become her greatest nightmare. 25-year-old Grace Amezando and her 2 daughters were sleeping in their usual abode, a kiosk at Ashongmang Estate in Accra, when she was attacked with acid on May 13, 2021. Out of pain, Grace woke up to see the corrosive substance on her face and some parts of her body. As a mother, all she could think about at that moment was the state in which her 2 daughters were in.
I felt a burning sensation on my face and some parts of my body, so I started screaming and all my children started crying. The person quickly left the room after committing the act.
Like me and say now you show on make some media show the egu na make some mo hwe akola na minim na ye no inside na egu mi hon go nso to mo hwe no.
Without knowing the perpetrator, Grace and her family began their countless trips to the Kwabenya police station in Accra, all in search of justice. Although the process kept dragging, she was hopeful that the perpetrator would be arrested and prosecuted. Yet, the pointers were on her concubine, Bright Boso, a 28-year-old commercial driver.
Me mo no me say 11th May no na o ba fie o fijuma ba fie o sabe kasa bebre ni sa ne ntokwa nti na me mpese mesoso no so na me pie abontin nsa na me pie nsa na wadi mechi na me nim po se wadi mechi nti me na me like me na mo ame na nti ameko.
On 11th May 2021, we had a heated argument in the evening. He was drunk and he was insulting and accusing me of flirting with other men, so I decided to leave the room. But he followed me with the insults and told me that very soon I would become unattractive.
Me go do last upon and before a quaffo na inside Chibefi. Nti ho no kasakasa no ma no ka che me so me kasa me ho ofe nti na ankofo mema tata ma sa mo payment na me ntwe na enche me ya abrewa.
To her utmost dismay, Bright Boso committed this barbaric act. After he finally confessed to Grace, Bright was arrested.
Tia kona ye ba no ka se me say Sunday no beba on na dan for back friend Isaac on beba no meka asim bia kire me am so kimate ti Sunday no pana me wode na me na friend me so member na obi hwe me ti me pie ba ye no yo no na dan for no ti na ti hompo e ti bench ne so and o say na dan for no say or like o say na dan for no enkasa am say asim na wo hono mun kana me tie I've enough on this seminar like Obabecano, some who send our sick car, some the fa. Now, some can so or then CBBC.
After the incident, he was picking me up for treatment once in every week. One day, he came to visit me with his friend, and then he confessed to me that he committed the act.
Mediano. And no nim nearby, no, or the asset nearby inside, on a free in San Gume. So I'm say,
what did you know, or the acid about the mother?
If it's a cabachin, won't say a honeymoon or movie at the said cabachin, call Ibano or the better insider, or the 2 inside the corner of the sea, and I am Colano quite rain to be fair and got Tinas we control on the uncle enough was a beginning on the kind of can mammy, or can of can tell my catch a mix on air in their channel. And I video or because I'm saying on him near ban or coyene cast and then or fast no or the big gumi. I'm Nempoti na mede ye na eye ni ya bro so a wentimi anka nche me se mam se patcho me pa na chompo a na se bibi mpo a onka hwe o se onim ni o ka ni se onim ne bae dina ma ya mana ya ni ya wentimi anka mama mpa na cho na obedi mewuse.
From the Kwabena Circuit Court to the Accra High Court, Grace said that the quest for justice became apprehensive.
One day, we no be Famako Hospital. Not data, so I saw them go hospital and not buy. I don't quite know because no so niska. So when I'm afraid, they can say me offer say or the scar or the me offer this scam me say.
After he confessed, he went into hiding. My family searched for him until one day, my father and my uncle caught him and sent him to the Kwabena police station. The issue was then transferred to the Kwabena Circuit Court. Over there, I was not asked any question. He was the only one answering questions, and I was not even allowed to talk. So my uncle advised that we should transfer the issue to the Accra High Court, and he was jailed.
Onzu ba behwe na okọ nsu besi ne omu entom ensi ase se wonu ehwo na me ofa begijam ne bi se na ombe ya asem ne de nya ade obeji atum ansa na omu transfer asem ne e de call high court.
From most accounts of gender-based violence incidents, perpetrators show some signs of abuse, either verbally or physically. Does Grace have the same story to recount?
As soon as I call, be say 3 years more kono. Afi no san, o de ho be bo adam fofo. O so befi kra na on befi direct. Because me hu say wa befi, me say like go back e be be san say na we me say on buy us oba me hu no me say san on be do fie yo. Nti we friend mpo kra no on peki o kwa na say we friend kra no ka so be oba so on ba. Ti didi mo am na koso. Oba kono akono msampo no waba. Wa be fie good dem na o say me pipa na ahomete.
Bright did not beat me, but he was always insulting me because he thought I was cheating on him. I was also told that his friends were influencing his sudden change in behavior.
Your boys in Kwan, I want to say get to. No, so that many boys need to know. If you motivate you, you can be near mom, motivation, I might be mamma. You know, they not you say, come near be more poda or like who say like on your better in Sabbath. No, David, on Bomeda.
Every mother's dream is for her children to achieve their aspirations and live up to their expectations. 47-year-old Patience Akakpo, mother of Grace, says the current state of her daughter is far from what she desired for her.
Mi banu be dog ogomi. Ye okokwale bu na dressing no skirt nkwa no shasi ayini nyina.
My daughter is really suffering. Bright has been so wicked to the family.
Yes, I be ko hospital na boy ni frame me. Ka kire me say ma obi aka kire ni say me banu odi obi echi. Ena sa nipa no ni girl ena abeye ni sa. Ena me si sa onu na abeye ni sa kra me mfa nche no. Oye ni bibi na se nye a onbe kan kire me onim me ho kwan a onko police station onko report na wanko yesa na wotumi sorry na odi ewu die say odi agu yonko baso de me mfa nche ena me kati ko no enti sa na jo no wamba 3 days ena oba ha oba na me say jo asemu na wo ka kire me no boy no ye friend sen na boy ni din na omumfa ni pandi mechi ondi yenim na yenko fie ho na yenko hu boy no bisa ni say asembe na o minim oni me ba ntem ansa na ne yire be ye ni sa odi ni nemeba ochina meba wamba enti echire no na me beti ye say boy no omo ye pepe sama na obetu kwan akwa brochire 3 days me fi market me ba na me mama aka che me say boy na ba say oba be fa nkola na akoma ne aunty no ono si he mami ni ho se mami ni betu se nkola ni fie ha de be ba na nya sem kitu anti no jankola no ono koye enti omo ko hospital buy one day no na ka che me say ma ju ankasa ko ka che me say ade no no de ye me enti omo wo ho nso omo baye ono mo ka che se sia no ade we jo na ye.
Patience Akakpo said Bright Boso never showed any signs of being abusive until the unexpected. According to Patience, her daughter might have hidden a lot from her.
The way I hu bibia you say boy na ya adi na akwale nso abeka kire me enti ombeko hospital na di nipa ka omumienu no because obetumi akoku na to achi ne baby enti obisa ne say sesia no mama no mo dwi den na mo di nipa ka ye hu.
I believe Grace hid a lot from me. I don't know why she decided to do that.
Beka bia ma onka hwe nkire no enti no onbo na mane but boy na nka say hu say me hu bibi.
Grace Amezando moved in to stay with her ex-lover at the age of 19 when she was only 2 months pregnant with their first child. Bright Boso and his family presented some bottles of schnapps to the family of Grace, requesting for her hand in marriage. This was the beginning of Grace's nightmare.
Nti wana minyi say me ba Vanessa. Ono si say be sadanka me metina ne nchen. Am so okay mati. Nti wonu me kye ni so me ni obi na tinti wo so obehu ni grandpa sana he.
We were only cohabiting. My grandfather only took some bottle of schnapps from him when I got pregnant with our first child.
And our friend say omoje no tinsare akola na nifuna minim na no omoje ni sa. Ti me wo ye no like got na in chen ewo Ashongmang Estate tina me ne na ete ansa kwa ansa na kwa na yete like obi fie later on na ye yankasa ye kiosk aye got nemu.
This is Grace Amezando. She had no deep scars or burns on her skin until that fateful day, May 13, 2021, when she was attacked by her ex-lover Bright Boso, whom she had been cohabiting for years. Now, she says her disfigurement has become a public mark of shame, making it difficult for her to socialize with friends and family. Due to ill health, she is unable to work to cater for her children, and with no social and financial support, Grace tells me she has become a burden on her mother.
Sometimes there is no money for us to buy food. I would like to appeal to the general public for financial support.
I was saying, "Do the BID Google so sky the cote do cram patch in ya, and then colano min and our bread, I need to acquire and yammy bimpo and did."
Asemi esi no obia ni ho a ebusuafo no obia mma na nkola no so ombe ye de ombe hwe omo na omo ahwe yalefo no oni nyina beda me nkwa mi so mankwa mba omo ndidi eto de bi kura meba no no si ma ene de mi sorry film kete so abepum sisemi na chese wasaka no ho.
Grace has 3 children, 2 with her boyfriend Bright Boso, the perpetrator of her vitriolage. She had the firstborn at age 15 and then became a school dropout at primary 6. Against all odds, she decided to pursue her dreams in the informal sector, and then after years of surviving in the woods and earning some income, Bright Boso came in the picture. Love then turned bitter. Verbal abuse and emotional assault then became a daily affair. Now, she is a survivor of one of the worst forms of gender-based violence, GBV. Two of her children who were present at the time of the attack sustained minor injuries. The youngest, who is 5 years, was badly affected by the corrosive substance. However, the wounds are completely healed. But for Grace Amezando, she is now living in the shadows, waiting for financial support of 60,000 Ghana cedis to undergo an emergency and corrective surgery.
The doctor said, "Oh, send me surgery. Pachontino and one way Siciano. Miss San Mitimi to Nina, you know, see me enough for my asono. Any men cried the doctor and say, or say anything because a sweet dry Mitimin Catani, it is a sweet dryer, a bit me off. And
I would like to appeal to the general public for financial support.
Na imenge surgery no for any campo ansana yaba ninsano. See for now, doctor say I'm for 60,000 embra for all the surgeries no.
Any 3 days crampo no. Obi na ebe chair yesika na ekoto eduro. Ansa na edi begu oni nisu na imane bi no moye. Enti no. Misre Ghana for some be boamia na yatumia aye surgery na ma na yahwe na onu so nya pomodia no de ahwe ne ma no.
We need 60,000 Ghana cedis so that she can undergo surgery.
Ansa na ye surgery ma no. O se na so na esi no. Eyi nsu fin wo ni tinum. Enti se nsu no ba efini hwenim. E na eba to de bia etumi hu no. Esi eto de bia nsu na ebe fi ho aba no na efini hwim. Se ekọ ni time. Ni pansa eda ye hu se ni de na akoa.
Most often, acid attacks go unreported. Survivors of acid attacks live in fear of reprisals for reporting the attack. Although Bright Boso, a commercial driver, has been brought to book and jailed for 10 years with hard labor for committing such heinous crime, Grace and her family live in fear for seeking justice. Her mother, Patience Akapo, and some close relations are unhappy about the final judgment, which was passed in May 2022. They expressed their sentiments.
Mubu asemo say o mama ni 10 years. Mi wo market we baby sa me ma. What say me na account? When you see a man say your man 10 years. Oh no. Asemo no man di ni ye. Na me say
I am not happy about the court's judgment. Why would someone who has committed such an act be sentenced to only 10 years in prison?
Me asemo no man bua ma me ye. O man bua ma me ye. Na me beba me saso. Ana mo se minjai. Asemo no man bua ma me ye. Because boy no to me kan say ono nipa na ye dan saom enya aboa. Enti yema no nkoda insaom no mpro
start nyina no omokọ omoba nyina ya na me follow case no pa de sisi ya de eyehu abusia no ne maame ne ema no musoro ne se ayi court man 10 years no omu fie ne se okọ abayi because okọ court nyina no na
I have been with Grace and her mother since the incident happened. Bright has committed a crime that is unpardonable, and we all don't know why he was sentenced to only 10 years in prison with hard labor. He has destroyed the girl's life, so he should have been sentenced to life imprisonment.
The years na we man isa ya appeal nyese bia ya appeal na ka ya appeal ma court ne say e chewpa yes no sa omo fa mi kan se ne wa ma bi mpa na busian so ho atomo ni wa so bia wo se me kwaba ma ba ye de sin we de ehu nse wan keka kasa asem ne dia and the baker will be a one moon to be a sea, but so on the Okwaba, Okoba the any bear west, and he is a one maybe more, and Kabusiano pay, and Kahoto Befi, will move from what down wonder. This year, dear Bonia, we do a dinner. Why, Yama, me say, now your money 10 years, we could back as you, some 10 years, dear, local Traba. And this a punishment bigger than this year. Wapa and the punishment, Momo dear, as a queer love mean to me country, I mean, shame and Momo by Costropadia. And Yankayapa, Nipano Crocono, maybe open Nipano Kuno. So we could be there as an Ankaye, and till life imprisonment, no could them, no one about Aquashi. Oba wati aware se wonu kunatie na se even in law no kra no se aware ya ntokwa wo mu no 6 months no void marriage de se wati aware se na se be ma no ekun na woye ne ma wo mpe a se wo report to authority ana wuji aware na wo to because
no woman or girl should be abused either physically or psychologically. If you are a woman or a girl going through this, please, I would advise you to leave.
Na yekun a na wana be hwe nkwala no enti memba na omugina se memanti menya bare ne de ene de nse colonial tamkura omugya saade no enti wote wona se bia de yakọ no enkoye ma wo a ene se wo ba no what se wo ba wokọ abusuafo ho enti entre wo ma be ma no memanti se be ma no suddenly was sade a na so wo bibi o de ne saka okura se report ma mo chi no.
According to Grace Amezando, she lives in fear each day because of the threats her ex-lover Bright made to her and her family before he was sentenced to 10 years in prison.
Me ti say omuma sa 10 years na eye me won because me say ombe ma da chekwa be say 25 years na me na ma dwen da so ntini na me no kwe na so no mo twie na me bae na me be calculate ni me bi no na me say esua
I was surprised. Why did he do this to me? In fact, I was shivering when he confessed to me.
Grace tells me that all she wants now is the financial support to undergo surgery to speed up the process of her healing journey so she can live a normal life. The sights are always gory. Women with swollen faces, bruises, wounds, mutilations, permanent scars, emotional burdens, maimed and deformed appearance, and sometimes outright loss of life. Suffice to say that where there are no visible physical vestiges to tell the story, there are heavy psychological wounds carried by the woman affected by gender-based violence. One major question now is, where are the safe houses sponsored by the state for gender-based violence survivors?
Dovso has nothing. In Ghana, we have no safe homes. It's the religious groups that have one. I know of that of the St. Teresa's at Ashongmang area there. That sometimes we take our cases there. When you take them there, they can't keep them forever. The maximum I know could be 2 months. So it's a small place, and if more people come, those that they feel can move out.
I engaged Madam Mercy Akwa Hayford, who is the national coordinator at Inerela, Ghana, a non-governmental organization aimed at empowering teens with adequate knowledge for self-protection against unwanted pregnancies, STIs, gender-based violence, among other social and health challenges that had plagued communities for many years, especially affecting women and children.
We build your capacity in skills training because most of the time it's economics that bring this. So when we teach you a trade, that will benefit you. In Jamestown, we taught the ladies, the survivors, how to make soap, make other detergents like Parasol and Dettol. That is what they are doing and selling for a living. At Choco, we help them to do bead making, tie and dye, and then fascinators. And they are doing things too. In Nima, they themselves have a set-up place where even the ladies don't go. Recently, we took 5 girls to go and learn sewing and dressmaking and hairdressing. They ran away. The moment you give them their stipend for the month, that's it.
Madam Mercy Aqua-Hayford says the absence of safe houses for gender-based violence survivors in communities are not only detrimental to the survivors, but also deny both the GBV survivors and their communities the chance to receive counseling, legal support, and skills support.
Government should step up his efforts to get us at least one place that we can identify and put people there, because people are suffering in the community. Somebody was defiled by the mother's partner. 12. Choco. The mother is from Jamestown, but she divorced the husband and then went to live in with another person at Choco. So she left the house to go and to visit a sick person at Kolibu. When she came, she saw the man on top of her daughter. My champions have been following her. Now she said the man's people have come to beg with her that she shouldn't raise the case. So, and we are trying to support her, but if she says no, if we try it again, we can face attacks. So what do? We have to let it lie down. In Nima, a clergy, they found a 5-year-old. The chiefs and people there did all they could. But this woman said, the MP there said the man is illiterate, so she shouldn't go to court and that they'll give her money. So anytime we go to court, this woman won't come. So at the end of the day, we also left the case and the case was struck out from court.
She further noted that she has initiated moves to work with faith-based institutions and other organizations to set up safe and confidential systems so that survivors can stay with a family member or community leader or at other undisclosed locations.
What we are doing now is working with the religious groups to see if we can find a safe haven for the. I know the Methodist Church has one at Carnation, but it's for boys. They have packed all the street boys there, and we don't have a place for the girls. So we are liaising with them to get a place for the girls too, so that from there we can help them with a skill, so that they won't be a burden for the church.
Gender activists and persons interested in human rights advocacy say investing in safe houses for GBV survivors across the country by the government of Ghana would be in the right direction to provide support to women who are at risk of violence or experiencing gender-based violence. There may be instances in the early stages of an emergency when a survivor requires safe shelter. Most often, these shelters are not available. And just like Grace Amezando's case, Being an asset survivor comes with many socio-psychological needs, which include a safe haven for GBV survivors to help promote her resilience and aid recovery. For GBC News, Oforiwa Darko reporting.